friends, and welcome to another Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes video. This is Thaddeus from Going Nerdy, and today I am going to show you my first attempt at soloing the Rancor on auto. Now this is the heroic Rancor, and some of you may be familiar with this team setup. This is the setup suggested by Cubs fan Han. He showed me this, and it does take some of my favorite players and kind of puts them together. And first and foremost, we have Teebo as the lead. Now, my Teebo is only level 9 or gear level 9. He is sitting at fully maxed out 85. All of his Omegas are, all of his abilities are Omega'd at the very least. And, he's a pretty solid character. I like him. Teebo has been in a lot of different teams for a lot of different people. Now, you'll notice that I have Commander Luke Skywalker and the OG raid Han. Now, these two characters alone can solo this raid pretty effectively at gear 11 and completely at gear 12. But for those of you, when I did this, my CLS was at gear, I believe gear 10, and I believe that my Han Solo was at gear 9. And I wanted to make sure that I could do this on auto. Since then, I have geared up my Commander Luke to gear 12, and I do have my Han to gear 10. But the others are Qui-Gonn Jinn, and he is gear level 11, and Captain Rex, who is also gear level 11. Now, part of the reason why I want to show you this video is simply because, as much as I really do like the Rancor raid, it's a lot of fun, and it's kind of outlived its usefulness. I mean, it's great because then you're still able to get equipment or gear and shards and money and a bunch of other random crap that can be very beneficial. But in and of itself, at this point, it's just another thing that I sim. The actual event takes me about 20 minutes. I'm going to fast forward through quite a bit of this, or I'll put it on speed up. You'll notice that it is on 4x speed already. Just in post, I'll add some speed to it. So you'll notice that this is a really, really solid team. The Gamorreans aren't going to get much of a chance to attack if they attack at all. You'll notice that the Gamorrean captain halfway through still hasn't attacked once. Now, this team is a very solid turn meter reduction team. Now, under Teebo lead, his guerrilla warfare, when it's Omega'd, all allies have a 55% chance to gain stealth for one turn at the beginning of their turns, and a 50% chance to gain 25% turn meter at the end of their turns. So what's nice about this is there's a possibility, a very large possibility, of each one of your characters going faster. So that's really beneficial in this, especially when you are taking off turn meter for the Rancor, for the Gamorrean captain, for the guards. As you noticed at the beginning of the video, I didn't go through and just hit auto right off the bat. I was a little worried right off with this group because I had tried it once before and my characters weren't geared high enough, or I tried it with a different lead and it just wasn't as effective. This is also beneficial with also possible with a Jinn Urso lead instead of Teebo, and even Captain Rex is okay for this. I mean, having a CLS is beneficial because you can get some stuff for your rebels, but as far as a lead goes, since your crew's not going to be hitting or your enemies aren't going to be hitting you very often, you don't need a Commander Luke as a lead. Having him as a support is just as good. Or at least in my opinion, it's just as good. But the rest of the team itself is pretty good. Teebo is a solid lead. I do like him. His stealth takedown, when he is stealth, deals physical damage to target enemy. If Teebo is stealthed, also remove 100% turn meter. So that's really nice. Additionally, we have Han, whose basic can do up to 35% turn meter reduction, which is very beneficial, as well as the basic of Qui-Gonn Jinn doing turn meter reduction, and as well as Rex, all doing turn meter reduction. Very, very beneficial, which allows the Rancor, allows the the team itself to slow the turn meter of the Rancor down, it's really effective, and you don't need to have them all gear 10 or above. Like I said, my Teebo is at gear 9. I would suggest to have them all at around gear 10. You don't have to have them completely maxed out with the best mods. This team will be effective if you just have solid mods and pay attention. If you notice that your crew's starting to wane or to start slacking off or not being effective, then take over, take it off auto, and then do your thing. What's kind of neat about this whole thing is, like I said, I put it on auto, but because of that, I didn't drop the gate. Or at least I didn't notice the gate dropping. I did take my eyes off the video a couple of times, but I don't think I dropped the gate. These people don't do a lot of AoE attacks, and with that gate stays at full health. So if you're starting to struggle, take it off auto, drop the gate a couple of times, and then you're gonna get farther. But like I said, gear 10 is probably where I would suggest you putting if you wanted to try this out, it would probably be a gear 10. If you don't start at gear 10, or if you don't, have these tunes, I would swap out, like I said, maybe a Jinn Urso for Tico. I would also potentially swap out Rex. I'd put Rex maybe in the lead, and then take Tico out of the group and put in Grand Moff Tarkin. His ultimate firepower deals special damage to all enemies with a 100% chance to remove 50% of the turn meter. This attack gains offense equal to double Tarkin's potency. So if you have someone that has a lot of potency, or if your Tarkin has a lot of potency, he's really a pretty solid character. And in a situation like this, any tune or any character that can do additional turn meter is going to be beneficial, is going to help out your team. And that's really what you want to do. You want to make sure that you are dropping turn meter as often as possible. Now, I haven't tried it with a Jinn Tarkin swap like that, but it is something that you could possibly think about, consider. But that is it. I'm going to go ahead and let this video play out. Like and subscribe to our channel. Leave a comment in the section below. If you have autoed the Rancor, heroic Rancor with another team, please leave a comment below, and I'd like to know which team you've used and what that makeup looks like and how effective it has been for you. Obviously, if you were able to auto it completely, then obviously it was pretty effective, whatever team you made. But with that, this has been Thaddeus from Going Nerdy, and as always, my friends, stay nerdy.